best ride impression that I can. Even if I don't know anything about it. That's not true, I know some stuff. Look at that. Woo! Leaning hardcore. And boys and girls, Berlin Biker back again. This time riding a Harley-Davidson Iron 883. The 883 is the smaller of the engines of this size frame. The other one is the 1200, which I've ridden twice before. I'm interested in riding this. The seat looks super comfy. I don't know how riding this bike with a backpack would work, but I guess it's for us to find out. Yes, indeed. It is warm as shit right now. Ooh. Make sure my backpack's buckled up. Alright, boys and girls. The Harley-Davidson Iron. A little difficult to throw that in neutral, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Doesn't sound too shabby. Doesn't sound too shabby at all. Alright, so that's my RPMs. What else information can I get on here? Kilometers. Total kilometers a trip. Trip 2, it's 147. This is gear RPM. Okay, so I'll keep it in that. Fuck balls, it's hot. Oh, I'm ready to get on the highway and get some air going. These leathers are fucking hot. Oh, what? Wait, we're going a new direction. Okay, so these mid-set pegs, quite interesting. You sit kind of high up. Mid-set, front set, rear set. Mid-set's not too shabby. I don't mind it. It's not as intense as the Speedster or the Roadster. I keep fucking that up. But it's definitely a little cramped in the cockpit. And I'm not a very large guy, so if you are over the size of 5'8", 5'9", I'm gonna tell you something. This bike might be too small for you right now and then. You would have to throw on some front set pegs just to honestly be comfortable. But Alright, so it just skipped first and second and went straight from first to neutral. It could have been my fault, it could have been its fault. But it's something that I want to tell you guys about, as this is the first ride of the Harley-Davidson Iron 883 that I'm currently on. So far it's had the exact same grip setup as the other two bikes that I've ridden today, the Speedster, Roadster, fuck me again, the Roadster, and the 48 Special. Same grips, same, excuse me, just died on that with the clutch all the way in. That was weird. I don't know why I did that. I definitely did that. That's a big boy. That's a real big boy. But yeah, same setup. Super easy to get to without really taking your hands off the hand or the grips. That's nice. Doesn't sound bad. I feel like there's definitely some restriction going on in those pipes though.
We had to stop for gas. When you drive 50 Harley-Davidsons, they're super thirsty pigs. So here we are, getting gas. And I got a Red Bull. What's up?
That's on. One-sided bag. It's interesting. This bike's wide. Look at this little kid. Look at his eyes light up. Oh. Friends. Ooh. So what can I tell you about this bike? The seat definitely seems nicer than the 48 Special that I just drove. I still feel like the Roadster, not the Speedster, I don't remember what it's called this time, it's definitely more comfortable. These mid-stand, or sorry. When we're fueling up, I chugged a Red Bull, and I feel it. I'm getting some energy, that's for sure. Also getting some burps. So get ready for some burps. Alright. Not a lot of torque there. That's for sure. I do believe this is the 883, not the 1200. No one was able to clarify that, and I couldn't find any insignia on the engine. But I believe all the 1200s said 1200. Well, anything that did not say 1200 would have been the 883. I don't know. These are weird big candies. Rad House. Rad House. Box store. That's cool. don't know which way we're going now. We went and got gas, so we're a completely different direction than where we usually start. I feel like we're probably just gonna like jump back onto the highway. Yeah, right there. And then just kind of follow the same route that we have been doing. Let's see how quickly I can come to neutral at the stop. First, and neutral. Alright, now if I put your feet down, let's see if anything catches. Okay, so where my feet wanted to go were here, and they kind of got swept back. So if you're not careful, you're definitely going to get kind of trapped here, but I guess that's why they have that. I'm gonna flip out foot peg so you don't fuck yourself over. It looks nice. The wheel's a bit weird. The bags are nice though. That is one something that I do like about Harley, is that they are prepped for weekend work, weekend trips and adventures and stuff like that, and that's pretty cool. But it seems like most of their bikes now just come standard with bags. You want them if you don't, they're there for you. Oh. There's a bird. Where's this guy coming from? It definitely doesn't look like a road. This corner kind of took me for a surprise, honestly. I got distracted by the dude coming down the dirt road. Fat Boy Showroom. All with Berlin. That cannot be brand appropriate, I feel like. I feel like if you're gonna buy a Mini Cooper, you're probably not gonna buy a Fat Boy beanbag chair. But maybe you are. Maybe I just don't know. Don't know the mini brand, but I did work on that account for the better part of a year. So maybe I do know them, maybe I don't. But I feel like if you buy a Fat Boy, you most likely don't want to be friends with you. And of course I'm talking about the Fat Boy beanbag chairs and not the Fat Boy Harleys. If you buy a Fat Boy Harley, I might also not want to be friends with you. But that's okay. We can all be friends. Okay. So, I'm at 80, I'm in third gear. If I throw it down, I want to say that's the quickest acceleration I've ever experienced. I'd say it's the slowest. The brake, when I just try to hit it with my right foot, where I expected the brake pressure to be wasn't there, and I had to keep pushing about another inch down so I was able to actually hit that brake. That was weird. Cool aftermarket taillights on whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. This bike seems nice. Nothing that I'm in love with yet so far. It's the same clutch and front lever and setup that I've seen before in the other bikes. I think this engine is definitely less powerful. That's for sure. But it's not underpowered, if you know what I mean. Like, it's definitely enough power if you're a smaller person, a lighter person. Have fun with this bike. I think this is definitely a smaller cockpit. I already said this before, but like if you are under 5'9", if you're over 5'9", 5'10", I'm not sure you would be able to ride this comfortably. I'm about 5'8.5" or so, and I'm not uncomfortable, but it's just kind of there. And you can definitely counter steer Harley. I do enjoy that. Come on, guy. Keep that angle. Keep it. All the way. Gonna drag a knee on a Harley. Just kidding, no, you're not. Once again, that brake wasn't where I expected it to be. It was very weird. Like always. The bike doesn't seem as heavy as the 1200cc ones that I've just been riding, which I guess with a smaller engine that would make sense. But with that, I don't feel like it is as planted as the other bike. I definitely feel a little more vibrations in the road, which could be just cheaper suspension. Since this is one of the smaller bikes, they had to cut down costs somehow, and that's definitely one way to do it. This road sucks. You definitely have to plan ahead on this bike, I feel like. It doesn't want to slow, and it doesn't want to accelerate as quick as I would want it to. But it does corner pretty well for this kind of bike. Like, I've not had an issue with it. Alright, same thing, neutral. Let's see if I can find the place to drop my legs. Yeah, that's fine. That worked, that was easier. No heat from this bike so far, which is what I'm actually kind of surprised at. No heat whatsoever from the pipe or anything like that. So, yeah, front wheel's definitely not coming up on this bike. You do not have to worry about that. Unless you want to. I feel like if there's a will, guys, there's a way. Alright, so it says I'm in second. I'm supposed to be in first. There's nothing below me. That's for sure. I like this like beige on this Harley. Alright, so there's first. Alright, see the mirror there underneath the bar. I'm a fan of that. That looks good. The taillights, though, they look like Shrek's ears. Do the roar! I'm a big fan of Shrek. I know it's gonna go on a tangent, but I feel like there are a lot of good life lessons to be learned in the movie series Shrek. I also feel like if I was portrayed as a character or a cartoon character, it would definitely be Shrek. Because I smell like onions and have bad breath. And some days I forget to clean my apartment and it also looks like a swamp. So there you guys go. If you ever want to send me anything Shrek related, I would open that with big ol' arms and give you a great big hug and say thank you guys very much. I want these guys to go a little bit so I can get on the Gasolino. Domame Gasolino. Please don't sue me, whoever made that song. J-Lo? No, it's Shakira. Oh, baby, when you talk like that, you beg about a gosh back. Yeah, you guys are fucking welcome for that. Most people have to pay me to get this. Well, I just gave it to you for free. Once again, feet down. Ooh. Oh, that guy tried to fucking pass me. What a dick fuck. Yeah, but now you're stuck. Yeah, so same thing with the 48 Specials. I feel like this bike wants to be in a gear lower all the time. The torque is better, the acceleration is better, the miles per gallon not so good, but that's okay, that's okay. One thing that I do want to talk about this bike is underneath the A2 standards. So this could be your first bike. If you live in the UK, or if you just want cheaper insurance, this doesn't make a lot of power. So you can save yourself a lot of paper by not buying a bike with a lot of power. See how I did there? And that is true. Alright. So around that corner I was going about 80, and I felt the front wheel a little bit. I'm not saying I felt it, slid around a bit, but I did feel that it was there. know, but it should be there. It is a motorcycle with 2 wheels. It should be there. But I was drawn to it. My senses, my spidey senses, they were drawn to that front wheel for some reason. So once again, I just pointing things out that I'm thinking of in real time, since this is my first ride of this bike. Whatever I'm feeling and thinking and experiencing, I want you guys to know about it because I care, and I want to give you the most informed motorcycle first ride impression that I can, even if I don't know anything about it. That's not true. I know some stuff. Look at that. Woo! Leaning hardcore. And oh, baby, look at the forces. Oh, but we're horsepower, if you know what I mean. Alright, guy, don't come so close next to me. That's not how this works. That's not how this works at all, boys. Well, what else I want to talk about? Here's something I want to talk about before I get too excited and forget about it. Harley-Davidsons have a millennial issue, and it's something that no matter who you ask in the industry or at Harley or anyone who knows anything about cars or anything like that, you're definitely going to know that Harley has an issue attracting younger buyers, right? Well, test rides like this are an amazing way to attract millennials like me, right? Millennials who are into the motorcycle scene, who will willingly drop money on a bike to get into the lifestyle and the brand and the heritage and all of that of the Harley-Davidson world. Well, the best way to get people excited about a bike is to get them on the bike, right? Get them to ride it. Once you're on it, you're like, damn, I gotta get me one of them. Obviously redneck, because only rednecks ride motorcycles like me. That's not true. There are a lot of very intelligent people who ride motorcycles. That being said, you don't have to not be intelligent to be a redneck. Just saying shit. But here's my thought. I had to ride to Potsdam to take this Harley test. Potsdam. Where's Potsdam? It's an hour ride away on a motorcycle because I didn't want to take the highway. I hate the highway. An hour by motorcycle. What about a car? A little more than an hour. What about like public transportation? Well, fuck. That's probably like a solid 2 hours or something. So if you want to attract millennials, how do you get motorcycles to millennials? You don't start by making them take a 2-hour train ride to get to them. I know Potsdam is a beautiful location. I know the Harley-Davidson dealer is very nice. But my thoughts are, maybe Harley of Potsdam should have brought their bikes to closer to the train station, or I don't know. Maybe this is not a Harley Potsdam thing. Maybe this is a Harley Germany thing. You know, maybe have 5 or 6 bikes in Alexanderplatz, right in the middle of the city, where everyone can walk by and they can look at the bikes. Or test them, or something like that. Because if you want to attract millennials, how do you get to millennials? Well, most millennials don't have cars or motorcycles or anything like that, so you got to bring the bikes to them. So there's an idea. I definitely think you need to find a way to bring these bikes to us. I don't know how to do that in a better way. I honestly do not. But I'm looking around these crowds and stuff, and I've been here for the last 4 or 5 hours. I've ridden a few bikes, I've talked to some people in very, very, very broken English, had a hot dog, or bratwurst. Bratwurst mit Brötchen versus just a bratwurst mit 9 Brötchen with no bread. So did there? Learning German. And I'm the youngest one here. I really am. I'm the youngest one here riding. At 29 years old, I'm swimming in a sea of gray. So this is a great, great way for people to ride motorcycles who are already in the industry, who are already in the community of Harley-Davidson riders, because you can get out there. But just trying to figure out a way how to do this. How to get more young people riding motorcycles, especially motorcycles made in the U.S. of America. Because you gotta love that. There's something really cool about this, right? Harley-Davidson has a really cool history, right? Harley and the Davidson, right? There's a dude named Harley and 2 brothers underneath the Davidson's name. I believe that's how it is, 1 and 2, something like that. Well, they want to ride bicycles and throw engines on them and go real fast. Well, this was what, 80 years ago, 90 years ago? And the story has grown since then. They've gone, you know, in and out of bankruptcy multiple times. They've supplied motorcycles for the war efforts in World War I and World War II. They have done a lot of really cool stuff, and they've continued to battle for who they are. Well, with all the stuff going on with Donald Trump and maybe increased tariffs, you know, shipping bikes over to Europe, and, you know, maybe it makes sense for them to start building all their bikes in Mexico or Canada or Malaysia, like where the fight for Harley-Davidson and the brand needs to continue. Ooh, that sounded good. And I really support them, and I want them to do well, because as an American in Germany, like, I have this pride of riding an American-made motorcycle in Germany. There are a lot of beautiful German bikes. Oh my goodness, all the BMW T9 and that entire range. Everything BMW makes is just beautiful. And there's so many Italian bikes. Like, if you're in Europe and you decide to do the American bike route, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And I feel like I want to be part of that somehow. I want to be part of want to make Harley-Davidson great again. That sounds pretty Trumpy, but you know what I mean. I want to be part of the story of Harley-Davidson found a way to market to millennials, and they have cornered the market for young hipsters, a lot like how Ducati has with the Scrambler lineup. Ducati did an amazing job with the Scrambler lineup, taking their history of off-road bikes in the 60s and 70s with the Scrambler and turned it into this cool hipster lifestyle. And Harley has that history. Why can't they figure out how to do it? I don't understand it. I really don't understand it. I want them to figure it out, and I want to be part of it. And I think we're going. Let's say book it. Usually we're supposed to turn off, but I guess we're not. We're getting back on the highway. But that's my thought right now with Harley. Not really about this bike per se, but just about Harley and what I want to see them do. I want to see them achieve. I feel like mine could have a better pipe on it. I don't know. Oh, baby, when you talk like that. Let's see if I can find neutral. Neutral. There we go. That was easy peasy. The all black looks nice. There's a lot of wire loom, which is interesting. You don't really see that on bikes. Usually it's hidden pretty far away. Whenever I would pull the spark plug out, what would happen? Definitely the only one here with a GoPro strapped to his helmet, that's for sure. High speed triple friend. There's a lot of play here before it actually hits the RPM range. It's interesting. And we get to go. Route 66 on the good old US of A. We're turning left here, boys and girls. Get up to speed very quick, does it? I'm gonna see what this bike can do. Alright, so this is full throttle right now. Alright, fourth gear at 90, full throttle, 100, 110. Took a few seconds to get there. Top speed's definitely not on this bike, but that's okay. Definitely want to be in a gear down always. The peak, the torque hits about 3,000. Yeah, a little higher than 3,000. Alright, as we're coming up to a close, I like this bike. It's a smaller bike for sure. It definitely has less power, but if you are looking to get in this Harley-Davidson lifestyle, this is the way to do it. Is I going too fast? Might have been going too fast. I'm not sure. I mean, I've been told to slow down, to dumb down. But I think this is a good bike. My butt is, it's okay. I feel like the seating arrangement, you're kind of putting a lot of pressure on your tailbone. So I definitely feel like a nice comfy ass seat would be key, definitely key to this. These grips so far, they're the exact same as the other ones. I think a little more cushion might be nice. I wouldn't go any fatter than this. I feel like I'm having a hard time as is. The clutch and the front brake lever are very nice, super easy to pull in and out easily, one finger. You would probably get tired, so definitely use your hand. This looks nice. It's a little higher up than the 48. So your eyes they're not in the wrong place when you have to look at it, right? The 48, you had to like look down, but what you need to see is on the street. So it was kind of placed where the hub of your front wheel was. I don't think it's a very safe place for it to be. This is it's elevated from the bars a bit more, so much easier to see and use. Pretty happy about that. What else? I don't know, it's a good bike. Oh, I just meant to rearrange myself on the seat though, that's for sure. I don't mind this engine. It's not going to win any awards, but I don't mind it at all. I think it's a good engine. Good old American power. You gotta like that, right? You gotta love that American power. Oh, McDonald's. I don't know about you guys, but I love myself some chicken nuggets. It's in Germany, what they don't have in the States is a thing called the chicken box. Let me know if you know what the chicken box is about. Fried chicken wings in the chicken nugget fryer. Oh gosh, damn. I'm thinking about this bike on like a long trip. Would it be comfortable to do? I think yes. I think you would definitely have to get some pretty hefty bags on here to be able to hold anything. Riding this with a backpack on isn't super comfortable. I think because it also puts a little more extra weight where you don't want it to be on your ass. So I think bags are a necessity. And I worry about the size of this tank. Not very large. I don't think it's a big thing, but it's not a very large tank. You definitely would have to stop quite often. That's not too shabby. Ooh, that purple.